Welcome back to the channel. So I'm really excited. We have this product here. Now we did a huge rinseless wash battle and Armour Detail Supply Hero came out as our number one.
Our favourite, yeah.
And can I just like...
Before we go any further, we actually paid for this. We bought it from Armour Detail Supply direct.
Yep.
We actually paid more to ship it to New Zealand than the actual cost of the product. But so, no sponsored, nothing here. Well, I guess you could say it's sponsored by Omni Garage because Omni Garage paid for it.
Omni Garage paid for it, correct. And we didn't only buy that, did we? Hold on to that.
We bought quite a bit of stuff, actually.
So we also bought... I mean, this is how much we love this. We bought not only the gallon, we bought a bottle for...
Because you've got to have the smaller matching bottle to go on the shelf, you know?
And then we bought another one. Because the way that this works is we've got to have one for your house, one for my house, and then the
refill.
So we've got a lot of Armour Detail.
What I actually do like is that this gallon is actually quite slim, like it's a slimline gallon. Whereas you sort of have, you know, the typical gallons are a lot thicker here. So, I mean, if you've got quite a narrow shelf or you want to stack a couple in front of each other, you got that. So, I mean, it's actually pointless really to be talking about this, but I actually quite like the fact that it's slimline.
Yeah, but we do like the products, the touch, the feel. And I think one of the other things to point out is this has the new
logo.
Logo on there as well. I mean, it's just a minor change, but that looks so nice sitting on the shelf. Not the gallon, the smaller bottle.
You reckon this is the best smelling detail product on the market at the moment?
I think it's top three. My top three best smelling detailing products right now. ADS Hero, the rinseless wash.
Yep.
Still, Matt Morman, the Obsessed Garage tire dressing, that like blueberry smell.
Yeah.
And then my third right now is Labo Cosmetica Semper.
Yeah, Mr. Italian.
Yep. Those 3 scents are my top three.
I still think actually a product that we don't use, which is P&S Pearl.
Oh, you like Pearl? Yeah, we've got some of the cabinet.
Their soap, yeah, but we don't use it routinely. It's got that nice lemon.
You call it a sour lolly.
Sour lolly type scent. You know when you, I explain this quite a lot, but it's so, you know when you put like a sour lolly in your mouth? I
think I have to get it. We can't talk about this without having a sniff on it.
Like you get a sour lolly, you put it in your mouth and like you get the sour flavour, you get the smell of the sour, but the thing is like your jaw like clenches up. And it's just like, ooh.
Ben's talking about this. P&S Pearl.
Yeah, let's actually see.
Smell. So you put this in your top 3 or top 4?
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's like you could put that in a drink.
I used this yesterday, twice. Yeah. I washed my WRX and I washed the Tesla using this. I used Built Hamber Touchless, and then this was my bucket shampoo.
How about you guys comment? Now's a good time actually, is to comment in the video. What is your favourite best smelling detailing product? Tell me why, and tell me the scent, tell me the product, and also this is a good time actually to subscribe to the channel. It's
a great time to subscribe to the channel.
If you like listening to this garbage about scents, subscribe.
Maybe what we need to do is a big scent battle. Just all the best smelling detailing products, and we just
have a scent off.
I don't know.
I do think that Armour Detail Supply Hero, that new scent has definitely elevated that product. It was already performing really well. I mean, the milky flavour was a bit weird. I mean, the milky look, and then the scent that smelled off was no good. That's a really big come up for them to change that, so kudos to them for that. Yep. But what are we doing today?
I don't actually know what we are doing is we're going to just rinseless wash your car, and we'll just do like an old school wash and talk. Rinseless wash and talk.
Rinseless wash and talk.
I don't know what we're going to talk about, but...
This car is very clean, so actually now is the worst time for us to clean cars at the moment because it's pollen season, and so this car's been sitting out here, we've been doing a bit of filming and had the garage door up and stuff, and so the cars get covered in pollen in like 2 seconds. And so pollen is actually really fine dust, and it's super, I mean, it increases the risk of being scratched really easily.
Well, it's like pollen under a microscope. I've never looked at it myself, but I've seen it under a microscope.
Looks like sandpaper.
And it looks like, like real sharp shards. So you got to be really careful with it. You can't just wipe your car down with a dry towel. Rinseless washing is probably the best way to manage, not a dirty car, but a really pollen-y car. Yeah,
so that's going to cause, encapsulation. So it's going to encapsulate those pollen particles so that we can just move them off nice and easily with our sponge. And
I can guarantee you're going to take this car home today and the top of it will be covered in pollen.
It'll be covered, and then it's going to sit in the garage and there'll be pollen on it for the next couple of weeks.
Correct. So you've seen us rinseless wash 100 times. We're not going to tell you what we're doing here. We're just going to go. Oh yeah, of course you go to the nice sponge. Yeah. You go to the good one.
I'm going to take the good one. Yeah, you put some on the roof?
Yeah, of course I have.
Oh, that scent is fantastic.
Great.
It is so good. Whew.
So we have been working pretty hard to consistently make 2 videos a week. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying that on the channel, that you can see some pretty consistent content, and it comes out the same day, same time, every week, so you know when to tune into Omni Garage. And one of the great things that we're working through pretty much all of the products that we had in the cabinet that we wanted to try. We're actually getting a chance to work through them at 2 videos a week, whereas when we're making 1 a week or 1 a fortnight, it was a bit slower, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, it also forces us, when we have a proper schedule, it also forces us to make a commitment to actually get on and film. Today has actually been quite a bad day for filming for us. We've made 2 other videos. It hasn't really sort of worked that well. We're still going to release them, but we're in a bit of a point where we're like, oh, the content's not working so well, so we're just going to do a quick rinseless wash.
I think it's more because you said it earlier, we didn't start the day with a car wash. And we're a detailing channel, and we did detailing stuff, but it wasn't our car wash. So it was tough to kind of get in the rhythm of things today, wasn't it?
So now it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I think one of the biggest things that have, one of the most enjoyable products I found lately to make this process easier has been this.
IK sprayer?
Yeah. You've got the Foam Pro. Are you using it for your rinseless washing?
No, the problem is, so see, here's the thing.
Yeah?
The problem with these sprayers is I think they produce too much liquid to spray it into the garage, on your carpet, on your floor.
Yeah.
That's inside. I think what happens is, look how wet it actually leaves the concrete.
Yeah, we are spraying a lot, but we could probably be a bit more sparing with that.
So I think it sprays way too much liquid, and it sort of drops it all the way down onto the floor. And then what happens is that in my garage, I've got pretty bad ventilation and stuff, is that it leaves the floor so wet, and it'll be the same with your carpet. And so I wonder if we're best to be putting this, I think the spray bottle definitely has the best mode of delivery, but you're spraying all the time and it gets quite fatiguing.
Yep.
I wonder if we're best to go to like a solo battery powered sprayer where we're actually doing a fine misting. I wonder if that's a bit more economical.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not too worried about using too much product, but what I don't like is that amount wet on the floor when we're doing inside.
I think the thing is with this, you almost, especially when it's really highly pressurized,
yeah,
like you're putting out a lot of product on
It's a bit too much, and so
you kind of want it to be more like this.
Yeah, and I definitely have the foamer, which is even worse again. Yeah, because I'm not using it for foaming, but that's all that you've managed to find enough money in the business account to give me is the foamer.
Do you know, I went to order one of these for you the other day, and they were sold out. I thought I'd just get it.
Yeah, I think I'd want a solo sprayer.
Okay, we can try solo. I'm all for that.
And I think just see, it might be too much of a fine mist. Let us know. Do you guys prefer to put your rinseless wash on by pump, like a trigger sprayer, an IK sprayer, or by a solo sprayer? Like, how much product do you like to
I know I really dislike the I really dislike the trigger.
The what?
Like the trigger.
Yeah,
it's like when we're putting like iron remover or tar remover or something on the car.
It's too fatiguing, but that's the only way that I can control the amount of liquid going onto the panel without it soaking it down too much. I mean, this is fine for outside. And I'm not worried about the cost of product that I'm using because it's really cheap to do a rinseless wash. What I'm concerned about is having too much wetness on the floor.
Yeah, and it's probably the case that it's winter at the moment, so when you do get your car in the garage and it's wet or the floor is wet,
it doesn't dry
out.
And then also too much liquid. I want to find a mist, I think.
I mean, in the heat of summer though, that garage will dry in an hour flat and it's perfect.
But I'm also like slipping over on the concrete, it's just all a nightmare. And so if I could have a more finer mist and more of a controlled delivery of the amount of product on the surface, I think the solo sprayer might be useful.
Yep.
And definitely the next application would be like, for us to be in like IronX, TarX, that sort of delivery as well, I think will definitely help us when we're doing big details.
On that last detail we did, so Glenn and I worked on we did a full detail paint correction, ceramic coating on a Range Rover Velar a couple of weeks ago, and that was great. That was the first time we'd ever used an IK sprayer to deliver our iron remover, which was great because we were using our iron remover when we actually went through and did the decontamination of the car using that like DIY detail synthetic clay, and my goodness, that's normally a really exhausting part of the decontamination. It wasn't this time around, which was really nice.
Yeah, it sped the process up quite a bit, didn't it?
It did. That's going to be a nice clean panel, isn't it?
Oh, you already done the side?
I've already done that.
Oh, perfect.
Isn't it great? Like 2 of us at the car. Everything either gets done twice. You know the funny thing about it, both of us doing the car?
What?
There's always a spot we miss.
Oh, yeah. What do you reckon we miss the most?
3/4 of the car, we do all the panels twice.
Yeah.
And then there's always this little section bottom of the door, kind of where you have to lean down, and I'm like, oh, Glenn will sort that out. And you're like, Glenn will sort that out. And we always have to tidy it up with a bit of rinseless.
We're just too lazy, eh? Too lazy.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to track where you're at. It's kind of what we learned in that detail, isn't it? We decided that we need to, because Glenn and I, we've got one 5-inch polisher, one 3-inch polisher, and what we find is...
just going to move the crowd, man.
Yeah, move them around the side.
Yeah, keep talking.
What we find is you typically work on the bigger machine. I work on the smaller one. I don't know how that kind of ends up. I just like the battery operated one. I think that's how I default to it. And I'll be working on an area with a 3-inch, and they'll be like, oh, Glenn, you need to do this area here. Come back in and tidy that up. And you work on the 5-inch, and you're like, oh, Glenn, I couldn't quite get in around this light contour. You need to do that. And what we did, I think, really well in the last paint correction is we just took ownership of the panel. It's like, if you're working that area, you need to get the whole panel done. None of this chopping and changing. And I think we've got a better result.
I think if you actually complete it in one stage as well, it's like, okay, that's done. I don't need to remember it. Because you like to use, you're a big user of the sticky tape, you know?
Yes.
You like to put sticky tape on this panel, and this panel, and this panel, and...
Well, we put the sticky tape on there to go...
I've already sprayed all this.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was quite wet. We put the sticky tape on in the past to go, oh yeah, we need to come back to this area to do this certain step. But on this last detail, we used the sticky tape more as we'd come across an area that we could make look a little bit better. Let's come back to it and revisit it rather than it needs the other machine hitting it. Talking about that last detail though, how much nicer was it to have one good light that we shared?
Oh yeah, the old scan grip. That was the first time using scan grip too.
We just shared that thing.
So I got given a scan grip for my birthday. I asked my wife, she's like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, oh, you know what? I'd like to try out the old scan grip. So she buys me a scan grip light. You know, it's like those, it's got that sort of color temp, you know, you can alter the color temp so you can hone it in based on what sort of paint you've got so you can enhance scratches for your correction. It's also got like a stepless?
No, it's stepped.
Stepped dimmer, so you can like have increased intensity or drop it back. And I think that really proved to us that our lighting has been horrific.
Yep.
When we improve our lighting, we become more efficient.
Yep.
And I think we're going to spend quite a lot of money on scan grip lighting, well, lighting of that sort of degree, so that we can definitely improve on our quality. And I think you and I were both sharing the light, got quite annoying, so we're going to buy some of those big lights to go on tripods to help us out.
I think what we need is 2 of the like multi-match, like the bigger lights. I don't know which level, how
like
many lumens
multi-match, like, is it like an 8 or something?
Yeah, I'd like to get 2 identical ones. We can set up on tripods.
Oh, yeah.
And then I want another one of those headlights, or headlamps, whatever we call them. And I think our detailing is going to be so much more efficient and so much better, because we waste a lot of time by putting the polisher down, getting a light, inspecting the panel, whereas if you can just see it as you go.
Yeah, so much better.
And if we could turn the lights off as well and just have our headlamps on, some paints are going to be so much easier for us to correct out.
Yeah, I agree.
Where are you up to? You done the mirrors?
I'm just about to finish this panel, so just the back.
Okay, the mirror though?
No, I haven't done the mirror.
I'll do the mirror for you. So yeah, lighting. Lighting's our next step up in our detailing game. I thought that the next thing we'd want to buy would be better polishers. But from what I've seen on the that new Rinseless 5-inch battery powered machine, I don't think there's any huge payoff in us getting that. I think we're probably going to be better served to get better lighting and then wait until we can get potentially Merca 3-inch and 5-inch.
Yeah, I think
go to like a Merca setup. We've never used a Merca. We played with it at SEMA.
But it seems to be kind of like that emerging standard, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'd love to have one battery for all our polishers. I don't want to end up with one Milwaukee, one Rinseless. Obviously Merca don't make a, and I don't know if it's on the product, mat for them, like a little nano machine. Surely it would be though.
I would say so. Mr. Moorman is doing some stuff with them, isn't he?
So I'm thinking the next full detail we do. Have you done this back here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking the next full detail we do, I would like to commit to at least one of the big lights, see how we like it, and then if we do enjoy it, we go and get the next one. We already know we want the headlamp. So headlamp's like a...
Yeah, so one more headlamp, yeah, definitely.
And then maybe it's a case that we try like two different variants of the multi-match, because they make them in different steps, and some of them output like some crazy amount of lumens. Might be too much light, but we can always step them down, can't we? So it's probably better to go too heavy. Yeah, because they've got the dimmers on them, yeah.
Yeah. And I think it gives us the opportunity to turn the lights off and only have those paint correcting lights on. I think it's going to help us be a bit more efficient.
Yeah,
and I think it's also going to make our correcting work probably better than having it do, you know, usually what we've been doing is like doing one sort of test spot on the hood, working it out and going, we're just going to have to send it on here because, you know, otherwise you're always checking, aren't you?
Yeah, and I mean, we still are checking, but it's just slow to check because we're turning the machine off, we get the light out, we look at it. There's just been able to look at it as we go, which you can do with the lights out when you're detailing. Bit of a funny thing, to work in the dark, but we find it so much more efficient if we do have good lighting. How quick is it to rinse this wash? I feel like that's 10 minutes flat and we're done. Which area do you reckon we will have missed? There'll be some, eh?
We're probably not going to notice because the car was pretty much clean anyway.
Yeah, let's get some drying towels out. What's going to be the drying out of choice today?
Don't know, what have we got, sir?
What about Amplify?
Yeah, we could do.
We'll just go ADS Hero, ADS Amplify.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. You're using that like you use Amplify at home.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you're trying to make it last, aren't you? Like 10 mil of the product?
Well, Glenn has just told me actually that I have this little amount of Amplify left in my bottom. Like, don't ask him for any more. Like, we don't have any money, we just spend all this money. And he just tells me he's got a whole gallon that he bought recently.
We bought it off Amazon.
Oh, did we?
While you were away, maybe we bought it off Amazon? Maybe
Gotcha.
Just after.
So now I'm like, yeah, man, let's use the best.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, we're on. All right, here you go.
Yeah, we'll start on the roof. Yeah, well, it amplifies right up there. The other one that I do want to just try again, because it's been a little while since I've used it, and it used to be our favourite, was Bead Maker. I just, every once in a while, I like to try
Oh, yeah.
the old favourite again. Do you know what? This is the other stage where if you put too much Rinseless on, it becomes hard to dry. Do you know what we should do? We should have brought the leaf blower out and like knock it down a bit.
Oh, we've started now.
Yeah, we have.
We've dried the worst part of it.
But that's the benefit of using a Rinseless outside. You can bring the leaf blower out if you want, if you soak it down too much. So yeah, we're good on the Armour Detail with our massive order. So I think the gallon restocks we just did was tyre cleaner. We've already got Amplify.
Yep.
We got beads.
Oh, yep. You quite like beads.
I do quite like beads, and Hero. We got the Hero gallon.
So we are good.
Can we just leave this roof? See how's a bit smeary?
And see what happens?
Can we just see what happens?
See if it flashes off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I just knocked over the bottle, gave it a little scratch.
Oh no.
We might have to place another order.
Can't have scratched bottles. I think also the key is not to use too much product.
No. No, just a light misting of this is plenty. I've still been thinking about the bottle predicament lately, eh?
Yeah, you thinking about going like all like matching bottles?
I'd love to have them all matching. Problem is, I actually don't know what the problem is. We're just procrastinating on it. No, what I like, because we're a detailing channel and we cover a lot of products, I think it's really important to have the product in the bottle so people can very clearly see that you've been transparent around what you're using. But then there's the argument as well, should it be more on the process? Should we have the product in a unmarked bottle?
And then just talk about process.
Just talk about the process. Here's what we're doing. I think there's a balance. I like the look more than anything of having nice bottles.
Well, it looks nice on the shelf, right?
The other thing that frustrates me is like inferior bottles. We just had a big fight, and I mean, I'm happy to put them on blast. Carpro bottles. Again, today, we had the biggest issue. They look nice. The sprayers.
The sprayers are terrible.
Absolutely horrible. I think what we need to do is put those Talco sprayers on all of our Carpro products.
I have had Talco sprayers for 5+ years now. I've had the harshest chemicals in them and I've never replaced one.
What I don't understand is, why is it limited to Carpro? Like Armour Detail, never had an issue with one of these sprayers. Detail Co, never had a problem. DIY Detail, never had a problem. Carpro, I seem to have a problem every time we go and spray one of those bottles. It could be working perfect. We pick it up again a week later. Is it the type of product we got in it? We use tar, we use iron, we use a razor, and spotless.
Could be.
I think it's just a sprayer.
But then they need to sort that out, right?
They do. All right, I've got a question.
Yeah?
Not for you. So this is kind of going to be me talking to myself a little bit.
Question for the audience? Or?
We've just committed, so we've booked our flights now to SEMA. We booked more than just SEMA, so we're going over a week ahead. We're going to go catch up with, do we drop it now? Do we let them know?
Nah, just let them know we're catching up with someone.
We're catching up with someone in some state that we've
Not someone, we're catching up with a company.
Oh yeah, we are, yeah. In a state we've never been to in the US. We are not road tripping there, but we're road tripping after that.
Yeah.
We're getting a rental car. We're going to go from LA to San Diego. We're going to probably head down to Mexico, check that out. So we're going to be doing a bit of road tripping in the US, because we'll drive to Vegas as well for SEMA.
Oh, yeah, we are.
What I want to know is, what are the essential road trip stops for us in the US? Glenn wants to go to Buc-ee's.
I want to go to Buc-ee's, yeah. Massive gas station with the big shop. I want to go to Buc-ee's and get a Slurpee. People are going to laugh at that. Is that what's called, a Slurpee?
Yeah, you've been telling me about Buc-ee's, and I didn't really understand the scale because I've never watched a video of Buc-ee's. My wife sent me this video the other day. She's like, we've got to go here. And it was Buc-ee's. And there were like 32 pictures of Buc-ee's. And it was like, it just kept going and going and going. But that's where Glenn wants to go.
Yeah, I want to go to a Buc-ee's.
So we're going to go to Buc-ee's, but I want to know where else. Where else should we be stopping on a road trip? Like, what's like quintessential America? Where do we need to go? I think there's another one. Is it like fast lane, fast way, fast?
Like those ones with the big truck stops on them.
Yeah, what's like, I'm just excited. The other question, what kind of rental car should we get? I'm a bit confused on that. Like, I think there's gonna be 4 of us, all with big bags, because we can't travel light. We don't know how to. So we're gonna need a big car. So I know Glenn over there is thinking like Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
Yeah, I am. Especially when Omni Garage is paying, you know.
G63 AMG.
Yeah. You got to travel with the same sort of luxuries you have at home. Although we don't have a G63, but we have like Range Rovers and stuff. So you know, you got to keep it consistent.
I'm thinking like Cadillac Escalade or Chevy Tahoe or Subaru. You know, like, where do we go? Like a big Ute, Dodge Ram. Problem is, then all the bags are just.
Well, the problem is the gas bill.
The gas bill. This is America, man.
Yeah, gas bill.
No gas bill. If you're worrying about gas, we may as well rent a Corolla or a Tesla. I mean, we could do a Cybertruck. Seems a bit like.
I think we also need to rent something that maybe we could use at.
Well, no, we're not taking it there.
Oh no, we're not.
We're not. We're going.
But whatever Ivan says, hey, you know that car that you guys have hired? Bring it in. We're going to clean it.
Well, you just first of all let the people know we were going. And second of all, well, I'm sorry about it. What we'll do is we'll stand on the side of the road with a billboard, free car wash.
You're going to have to cut that out.
Okay. No, because the vehicle that we're picking up is after we go to that place. We are flying there, flying back. The hotel.
Gotcha.
The hotel and the place we're going to be at is 5 minutes apart. We do not need a rental car.
Okay.
Unless you just want to try, unless we get something for a day as a rental car. And I'm thinking something that we can't get here, like a
Cullinan.
Yeah, do you want to pay $600 to rent a Cullinan for a day to wash it?
Mate, customer books right now. I'm spending all that money on a Cullinan.
I do like it. I do like a Cullinan. Great depreciation on those vehicles. You should get one.
Yeah, I'll probably buy something that's a real financial mistake.
Yeah, so actually to turn that into a bit more of a question than a statement around, give us some advice around where we got to stop on the road trip, but where do we get a car from? Do we go Hertz? What's the place? What's the place in America?
Do they have that 60?
Oh yeah, because the thing is, right, when I went on Hertz the other day, it was mid-size SUV, big SUV. It doesn't tell us what we're getting.
It doesn't tell what we want.
And I want to pick. I want to go, I want a Cadillac Escalade.
We're also going to sit in it for a few hours as well.
Well, that's it. So maybe you're thinking Maybach.
Oh, yeah, get us a Maybach. You can drive around.
Do you know what's going to happen? We're going to get there and the girls are going to go, oh, we've left our driver's licenses, so we can't go on the... I think it's going to be you and me, eh?
But we're going to have to get then we're going to have to get a driver.
A driver?
Well, yeah.
4 of us can't go on the back of a Maybach.
We need 2 Maybachs.
We might need a Sprinter Maybach. Sprinter van.
Sprinter van. So if you made it to this part of the video where it's nearly the end, you deserve to have a little bit of facts from us. So why did we choose Hero from Armour Detail Supply as our #1 rinseless wash? Why do we have this?
Well, we tested a range of factors, and I think the main things for us was cleaning ability. That's really important.
Yep.
Slickness was another factor. We did the big blind slickness test.
Did it come out on top as the most slickers? Pretty close.
Yes, yeah, it was pretty close.
How a product wins is it has to be pretty good in every category, otherwise it doesn't win. So slickness was good, cleaning power was good, scent was fantastic. Can we buy it? Is it available in a gallon?
Yeah, those are probably less important.
It dried really well.
We couldn't get this here, but we paid whatever it cost to get it here.
And then the other thing is that with our rinseless wash, we like to fill up the gallon,
Yep.
we like to fill up our buckets, you know, we sort of have how many litres in there? I don't know.
There's 18 litres.
What is it? How do you know?
I know that there's an 18 litre bucket.
So we do our 256:1 dilution, we then fill up our pump sprayer or our bottle as our pre-treat, we spray that down, starts to break down the dirt and grime on the vehicle, creates a little bit of encapsulation, and then we use the rinseless sponge that's got the slits in it, and the reason is that it limits the higher the pressure spots for pushing on the sponge, but it also allows somewhere for the dirt and grime to go to in the sponge.
It's a bit drippy there, but you can see it's got the slits in there.
And then we like to use a drying aid just to add a little bit of gloss, a little bit of slickness and a little bit of punch, and it also feels nice to add a little something to the vehicle. And the other thing is that if you've got relatively hard water, the rinseless wash is going to basically encapsulate those minerals, those hard mineral spots in your bucket, in your solution, and so therefore it limits the ability of you to get sort of, what would you call it, water spotting and things like that on the surface of the paint. So if you're working outside in, you know, hot conditions, then it's perfect for that. So we really like using a rinseless wash. We think it's really fast, it's really effective, and also there's all those added benefits, and that's why we use Hero as our #1 rinseless wash. So that's it from Omni Garage. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Write all those answers in the comments section about all the dumb things we talked about throughout this video, because, you know, we look back, we always like to have a little chat with you guys in the comments. But thanks for watching, stay tuned, and if you're going to be at SEMA, come hang out with us. We'll be walking around the detailing areas, talking with everybody, so can't wait to see you there.